I'm just gonna say, what's up, my dudes? This is Mounts and Fairy Tales, and I have been playing the new Darkhaven pre-alpha demo. So I have some thoughts about this that I wanted to share with you guys. Also, if you want to see my gameplay, I have like 2 sessions of me playing the Darkhaven demo up. It's gonna be up at my YouTube channel very soon if you want to check that out. If it's not already there, it might actually already be there. I think it's already there, so check it out. I will leave like the uh, yeah, I will leave some um, yeah, easy access for you to just go and check them out. Okay, it's gonna be at the end of this video. Whatever, my dudes. Let's get into this. So after 3.5 hours played of Darkhaven, I just wanted to quickly run through like where is it at. So what I think is that Darkhaven is a really good idea for a game, but it needs like a lot of polish, and it is far from finished. Like basically, like that's just the essence of it all, right? So I think like the vision is clear, but at the moment it feels only just like a shell of what it can potentially become. And I'm saying this in a good way, to be honest, because I really think that this game has like a huge potential. Um, but you know, we have this like constant advertisement of like the Kickstarter supporting that kind of pops up on the screen every like freaking 5 minutes, which makes it feels like a little bit needy, and it feels like almost like the game is never gonna see like the day of light if like I don't personally, or if we don't personally like support it financially. Well, so right now I will support the idea by making this video and you know giving the game some hopefully some traction and some attention with my video. And I mean, there is no doubt in my mind like that the developers of this game truly wants this to be like they are really trying to make like an epic fan favorite of the genre. Um, and it's no doubt like that the visions of this game is to kind of like push the limits of what an ARPG can actually be in like a modern sense. And it's kind of cool to get a glimpse into what is actually possible of kind of creating when being able to like take these risks, because like they have basically nothing to lose at this moment, right? It's a passion project, so there's I mean, obviously, like the hours spent making the game up until this point is potentially something to lose, like if the game never launches. But I think like what the developers have learned just from making this is probably a lot, right? So I don't think it's a loss at any cost. Um, so the thing is, like, it is a big risk creating a game like this, or like developing a game like this in kind of like the space of where ARPGs are right now. We have so many like big titles that are doing incredibly well, um, and are really contributing to the ARPG space right now. But it is kind of hard to kind of like figure out where is this ARPG gonna kind of like fit within, like how is it gonna get its own space with like the giants that are already out there. Um, so because I mean all like new releases or all early access games or all the games being developed right now are actually competing for a lot of basically like the same players, right? So there's a lot of people playing games, but there's also a lot of people that have kind of like their favorite games that they like to play. Some people have very limited time, so they have to kind of like choose, and they don't have necessarily like the option to kind of like play so many different styles of games, or different games. So they're kind of like just sticking with one, right? So what is gonna set this game apart? So I've been trying to break it down a little bit. just with like some pros and some cons. And to be honest, there is way more pros than cons at this moment. After playing the pre-alpha for 3 hours, there is way more pros to me, personally, way more pros than cons. So I'm gonna start with the cons. And then I'm gonna be moving over to the pros. Because I want to finish off this impressions video with positivity, okay? Because that's what I'm kind of like feeling that I'm getting after playing 3 hours of this game, is that I'm really positive of what this can become, okay? So let's start with the cons. So obviously, like, this game is in like a modern standard, it's very kind of like undercooked. I mean, like, a lot of the graphics are kind of undercooked. And I really feel like the game is kind of struggling to keep my attention for like longer spans of time. I know that there are supposed to be, you know, mechanics in this game that are really supposed to like keep my attention for longer. And with that, I mean, like, the world is constantly supposed to be kind of changing. So there is supposed to be like happening things, like the world is supposed to be kind of changing in front of our eyes, which I really don't necessarily think is like coming through very well, or at least not in my 3 hours of the game. And I feel like my mind gets like a little too fast distracted by other things than the game itself. And to me, like, that's a bad thing, especially when it comes to like ARPGs. Like, I want the ARPG, or I want the game to kind of like just you know, really really take me over. Like, I don't want to say consume me, because I want to consume the game, you know. But I want it to feel like, yeah, this is a place I want to stay for an extensive amount of time, and I want to like explore everything. I want to really like figure out, okay, what is this all about? And right now, I don't feel like a huge pull to go back and play the game more, or play the game demo more, but I have my reasons for it. And kind of the reason is because like the game feels so undercooked and stripped right now. It's hard to get a feel for how the final release will actually potentially feel. And it feels almost a little bit scary to play more out of this right now, because if the game reaches its full launch, like, a lot of changes will probably be done, and those changes can potentially like swoop the game into other directions. So I don't want to get like too attached to the current version and state of the game, but I am still very much paying attention to the development of this game. Okay. So that's kind of like the cons there for you, and now I really want to jump into the pros, because I don't want this to be like an hour long video here. I want it to be quick and kind of sum up yeah, my experience here. So let's move over to the pros, my dudes. One of the biggest pros is like, it's an isometric game. I mean, it's a top-down game. Like, I really love these styles of games from you know, other games like Path of Exile, Diablo, Diablo 2. You know, like, I really love these isometric top-down games, and especially isometric top-down games that are kind of like similar to this game, where you have like the itemization, you have the increase of power, you have to pick your skills and your passives and all of that. Like, I really enjoy that. I enjoy it because it feels like a little more almost like arcadey than like a really really deep RPG. So yeah, I do love my isometrics. I mean, it's from the creators of Diablo 1 and the Diablo 2. I mean, that alone is kind of like enough to pique my interest. But I mean, I will still need to be convinced, you know? I do also love like the way we can turn the camera, similar to like V Rising or Grim Dawn. So even though this was like a little bit confusing with the map, I think this is also kind of like the same in Grim Dawn, if I'm not mistaken here. I think it's the same with Grim Dawn. It can be a little bit confusing because when you move like your player camera, you move your player camera around, you kind of also move the map around. So when you tab into your map, kind of like everything has kind of shifted with like the way you turned your player camera. So I kind of wish that the map would stay the same even though you pan your player camera around. I have no idea if this is like a huge technical job to fix. If it's not, I mean, just fix it, okay? I also do really enjoy like the builder or like smasher of like smashing the your environment and building stuff. I really don't feel like I dove super deep into this in this demo playthrough, but it's really something that I'm going to be looking forward to getting back into at a later stage of the development of this game. Um, so the active player skills are also kind of cool, a little bit different in one way. Like they are not necessarily like in theory very different from like other games, but I still feel like they are different enough so that it feels like a different experience, basically. Moving on to like the jumping and just like the way your character moves, that's a huge plus for me. Like that's a huge W. Like I love the way we can jump and we can like traverse these obstacles kind of in the maps. Um, I think that's really really cool. I know there are other mechanics as well connected to this like jumping, but like I really really feel like this is cool. I mean, it almost feels like as refreshing as like the roll dodge in or the dodge roll in PoE 2. I mean, honestly, like if you played Darkhaven, like if you played the pre-alpha, the demo, like if you think about it, is it really ever gonna be the same playing any other ARPG without being able to jump like this? So, moving on a little bit to like the item systems. The item system seems a little like simple in a way, but they are still cool. So I love the fact that we are getting these like items that we can socket with the different socketable gems and stuff early. I really love that we're getting this early. I don't know if this is going to be like the how it's going to be in like the finished version, just because um, just because it's might be like a little bit too early, maybe. Because it seems like a feature, like unless there are some like insanely cool items, like the deeper you progress into the game. And hopefully that's kind of the case. Like I don't necessarily want them to change that we are getting these socketable items, or these items that we can put gems in so early. I don't necessarily know if I want them to change it, but like it's gonna put some expectations, is what I'm saying. It's gonna put some expectations that like later down the line, the deeper you push into the game, you're gonna be expecting some like truly insane items. And I really hope that's the case. To be honest, I really hope that is actually the case. Um, I think like the situation right now is that they kind of want to show off as much as possible, in a way, like as early as possible. So that's kind of like the feeling I'm getting here. Also, the crystals. Just quickly want to tap on into the crystals. I really think that's kind of like a cool system. Like the as you can see on the screen right now, we have these blue crystals right here, that we can, if we smash them, we will replenish the current life flask, or our current mana pool, our current flask charge. And I think that's a really cool system. We will also every now and then, get these orbs from slaying the enemies. that is actually going to give us another charge. But I think it's really cool how these crystals actually work. So if you are in a little dodgy situation, you know there are some crystals around, you might be taking some risks that you wouldn't take otherwise. And because you know there is a crystal, right next to you that you can just hit and boom, you're back to full health. So what I have to say also, or what I want to finish up with here, is when it comes to the items, is that like I really love how early actually we are getting these items that we are able to kind of modify ourselves. I know that that's like really, really also a goal of the developers of this game, like that the game should be very much moddable. And I think that's going to be like one of the huge, huge things that are like really, really setting this game apart from potentially setting this game apart from other games. And that's going to be like the depth of the mods that you can actually do in this game. Like one thing is like the building and stuff, but just like modifying your items, having like super much like control over over your items and your like your world in a sense. Like I really hope there's gonna be some like PvP aspects. I hope there's gonna be like some way that we can actually make our own levels for other players to play. Like that's something that I'm really really missing in a lot of games like this. Like these challenges that us players can actually make for other players. I mean, I think that would be awesome, and I really feel like this game has the potential to actually pull that off. But as I said, I did want to make this like a quick first impressions after like 3 hours of Darkhaven uh, pre-alpha demo gameplay. February 2026. I mean, if I were to like speculate, I would still believe like this game is probably at least like a couple of years away. I would think. So like I mean, this is by no means like an early access or anything. This is just a pre-alpha. I feel like us players are kind of like in a privileged situation right now, at least in some situations or in a lot of situations, because we are able to get in early and kind of state our opinions about stuff. I mean, it's super early, but I think like the building, like the kind of like the Minecraft almost aspect of this game has a huge potential, and I really hope that that's something that they're gonna focus more on as well. Kind of mixing this, just it's like staying true to like the ARPGs that we love, like that formula with the items, with the just like the world in general, but like the exploration aspect, as you can maybe just saw here on my footage here, like I just blew up like an entire little cave here just with one hit of my staff. I really hope that there's going to be like a huge exploration aspect to this. Like if you keep digging, you're going to keep finding stuff. Like I didn't feel like I was finding like a lot of treasures. Like I found some gold, I found some stones, but like if I were able, if I knew that by digging like this, I could find a freaking chest or like a treasure or something. I mean, it would probably keep me digging for hours, you know? So, I mean, I think, just to end this off, I think this game has a huge potential. It's still very early. If you haven't tried the demo, I mean, go ahead, try the demo. Also, check out like the Kickstarter campaign that these guys are doing. Uh, I have a feeling that this game is actually going to release. I have a feeling that it has the potential to be like a super like fan favorite of the genre if it really really kind of like sticks to this formula of like being different and don't like fall for the pressure of trying to be something that it's not, but it just sticks to like being something different. Yeah, that's gonna be it for my first impressions, my dudes. I hope you enjoyed it. Um, this is Mounts and Fairy Tales. I've been playing Darkhaven, the pre-alpha demo. I'm looking forward to the future, but I'm putting this game down for now because I don't want to get too attached to the current state of the game, because I have a feeling it's going to be changing very much for the good. And I'm excited to get back into it when we get another sneak peek into the development of Darkhaven. But for now, I'm Mounts and Fairy Tales. You are you, and thank you for watching. Oh, also, one more thing. If you like what you're seeing here, if you like my videos, I mean, hit me up with a like. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. That's gonna be it for now. Okay, my dudes. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.